Right. So here we go again with our awesome Moms Like Us interview series. And I am so happy to have Lori with us today. I met Lori through Heavenly. My business coach is her business coach, and we're in Heavenly's mastermind group together. So we've been able to help each other out and watch each other grow in our businesses, and seeing how much incredible work she's been doing already is so inspiring and really awesome, and her story is very powerful. So to have her on here to share this with you guys is very exciting, and I know she's got really great opportunities and things coming up to work with her. So I strongly encourage you to take advantage of that, and we'll have all of the information for that linked on the website, and for you to get in touch with her. But Lori, thank you so much. I'm so excited. So tell us about yourself, man. Tell us your story.
Okay, so my story actually started fairly early in life. I was a foster child up until about the age of 5 or 6. I was officially adopted about 17 days before my 7th birthday. So I was in and out of foster care for as long as I can remember prior to then. I have a really bad issue with depression that started when I was a junior in high school. So I was definitely a suicidal teenager. I actually tried at one point my junior year in high school. So I've had to fight with that disease, that disability, for as long as I can remember now. In my early 20s, I was raped by a friend, and never really did anything about it, for the sheer fact that he worked for an NFL team who shall remain nameless.
Oh my God.
And of course that was, way back when they would, they would just circle the wagons, and it would be your word against theirs. And then, you get your face flashed all over the newspaper. And I didn't want to be that girl, and I didn't want to put my family through that. So unfortunately I did nothing about it from that standpoint. And it took me a long time to even really admit that was what happened. And for the longest time, only my husband knew that had happened. And then in 2015, I fell off my horse. Daisy, my mare, she's crazy and I love her, but she nearly killed me. Literally nearly killed me. If it had not been for my helmet, I would not be sitting here. I was somehow thrown from her. She had taken off, just bolted with me on her back. And I blacked out. I still don't remember the entire day. It's complete just black hole for me. I don't remember anything. I don't remember how I came off or anything like that. And so I was out of work for about 6 months recovering from that. And the first doctor that saw me never treated my symptoms. He just kind of talked me through the psychology of it, but never treated the symptoms that I was having as an immediate result. And because of that, 6 months later, when I finally started seeing a concussion specialist, the damage that had been done was pretty much permanent. So I still have short-term memory issues. I still get really bad headaches, anxiety, depressive, thoughts and stuff, which on top of already having that can be really challenging. And then light and noise sensitivity. I go through a lot of flooding or getting overwhelmed in large crowds or noisy situations. So it's kind of hard to do a lot of fun stuff for me now. And then the final straw, I guess you could say, that broke the camel's back was in June, 9 months ago, on June 7th, my husband of 12 years passed away. It was actually almost a month to the date of our 12-year anniversary. He suffered a massive heart attack at work. And so he went to work that morning, and then JJ and I just never saw him again. He's just gone.
Wow.
So that was insane. So then on top of having this brain injury, because I suffered another concussion from a fall off, Daisy, in the fall of 2016. Yeah, 2016. So I had 2 concussions. And so now I'm dealing with all of that, and suddenly a single mother. And I, my TBI symptoms, I get a lot of brain fatigue, and tiredness. And of course, stuff like that happening tends to exacerbate the symptoms. So it was really challenging it's still challenging, but really challenging those first couple of months. And a couple months after he passed, obviously with my symptoms, one of the big things with TBI is it's one of those invisible injuries. So you can look at me and I'll fine, I'll go do my thing. But inside, I could be if it's noisy, I'm ready to strangle somebody. If I'm tired, I'm either on the verge of crying or passing out from exhaustion. Because brain fatigue is totally different than just being tired. It's your brain's just foggy. It's just ready to, you just so tired. It's just a totally different animal. And, so again, so it's hard for people to kind of understand that sometimes. And so when you say things like, I need to work quietly, or this noise is really bothering me, people can sometimes see that as, oh, you're making excuses, So obviously with my symptoms after my husband's death being exacerbated, made work a little bit more challenging for me. I worked in hospitality as a sales manager, and our offices were in very tight quarters. And so I started going to kind of work out by myself, quietly, because that's how I could focus and be productive. And unfortunately, the people that I worked with did not take the high road. I was bullied and harassed because of it. I won't go into all that detail, but that's the gist of it, for a couple of months. And I was getting to the end of I'm done. I can't, I hate this job now. I can't do this. I'm a single mom. I don't have time, just everything was starting to kind of coming down on me. And then in the November 2nd, I was walking my dogs, of all things, but this is me. I'm the girl that if it can happen to you, it's going to happen to you. And so I was walking my dogs that night, and literally across the street from my house, I got tangled up in their leashes and got spun around and hit the ground, hit the pavement face first. I had bruises and contusions, my hands from where I fell. I smacked my head hard on the concrete, hard enough to break my front tooth.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I was so disoriented, and thank goodness that I was right across the street from my house, because I'm not sure what I would have done if I had been elsewhere. Cause I was so extremely disoriented. And I just remembered looking up and seeing my husband's truck, which, we still have, sitting in the driveway, and was like, okay, that's home. And, my little girl, bless her heart, she took one look at me and grabbed her phone and called my parents, who came over. And, so of course I suffered another concussion. So 3rd concussion in 3 years. And then my doctor pulled me out of work on short-term disability. And so I'm like, great. So now I'm out of work, and it's only my paycheck. unfortunately, my husband being young, only 42, it wasn't something he had considered happening anytime soon. And so he actually didn't have life insurance. So it's just me. So of course, then I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay for this? How am I going to do all this? And then, that was kind of my rock bottom. I was like, I've got another concussion and now I'm out of work. Like, what am I going to do? I can't do this. And that's where I truly discovered my Moxie. I have always had a strong force of character because of the things that I've had to overcome, being a young foster kid, being suicidal teen, rape victim, getting past you can't really get past TBI, but working with it every single day. Like, so I've always had that internally, that strong force of character. I'm Irish and I'm a Scorpio, so yeah, it's kind of just there. This was like a whole other beast, literally. Like, how do I do this? How do I make this work? I've got to make this work for Jamie. I can't keep going like this. And that's when I truly discovered my Moxie, because I think without it, it would have been very easy to just give up and just continue going through the motions. So for those 2 months that I was out of work, I did a lot of soul searching, a lot of reading. I actually started working on a business plan for a virtual assistant business, which I had named Organized Chaos. And it's not copyrighted, so if there's any VAs out there that want to use it, it's not in person anymore. And I started helping one of my neighbors up the street. She is also a single mother and starting her own business as a CPA. And so I started helping her and started chatting with her. And then I started creating a blog on Organized Chaos. I have a minor in journalism and a BA in communication, with a minor in journalism. And I started writing again. In talking with her, I got inspired to write again and start blogging and saying, talking to other women, you can do this. If you want to start your own business, you can do this. And then I realized that it didn't coincide with the virtual assistant business. So that's when I created Moxie. And I realized in working with Sharon that my passion was more in helping other women, showing them how they can and that they can. And that my story, to me, it's just the things that have happened in my life, but my actual story for somebody else has, it's a different impact on them. And when I realized that I could use my story to help other women, learn that and understand and figure out how to get past being, what their circumstances are. If you're a single mom, or if you're a widow, or if you're a divorcee, or if you're a stay-at-home mom and you just want something to do with your time, but you just feel like, I can't do it, I don't have the time, nobody's going to listen to me, I'll just be a big failure. Whatever it is that you want in life, you can have. You can absolutely do it. And, affirmations, meditations, love them, believe in them. But when it comes down to it, you have to have that Moxie. When it comes down to it, when you finish that meditation, it's about getting boots on the ground, standing up and taking action. I like to say that Wonder Woman didn't kick ass by meditating and saying her morning affirmations. She got out there, and that it's kind of the same concept. You have the things that ground you, that center you, that help you learn who you are and who you want to be. And that's extremely important, but it's taking the action. It's taking the action and sticking to it, and not letting the things that have happened in your past or that you're currently going through define you. It's about making your own definition of you. For those of you that don't know the definition of Moxie, it is actually a force of character, determination, or nerve. It's self-possessed confidence and an attitude of fearlessness. It's courage and aggressiveness, skill and know-how, and just taking all of that into one package and saying, this is my life. This is my life, and it's mine, and it's up to me to live it. And I'm no longer going to live it on somebody else's terms. I'm writing my own story. And that's Moxie. And that's what brought me here.
That is awesome. Where did that term, how did you become inspired by that specific term? How did that come to you?
Okay. Y'all are going to think this is crazy.
Bring it, girl.
When I first started, before it was manifesting Moxie, I just started a blog because I hadn't thought about creating a coaching business with it. It was just a blog. And so I was trying to come up with words that would, describe what I was going for. And I came up with Moxie because, so I'm a Gilmore Girls. I'm a huge Gilmore Girl fan. Gilmore Girls and I were best friends all through my pregnancy.
That's awesome.
And Jamie is, you'll see on my website, I post, she's definitely the Rory to my Lorelai. We are two queens in a pod, and she loves the show as much as I do. And as I was sitting here trying to come up with a name for Moxie, I had Gilmore Girls on Netflix, was playing in the background. And there's a scene in one of the episodes where the one character, Logan, says to Rory, he says, "You've got Moxie, my friend, I'll give you that." And I was like, oh, I love that word. That's it. Moxie. So then I decided, so my blog was originally called Moxie and Merlot. Because, Moxie is your force of character, and Merlot is just sometimes the little extra boost you need.
Yeah.
That's how I came up with Moxie Merlot. But then when I started working with Heaven, obviously I knew that I couldn't put Moxie and Merlot on a business card and sound like I knew what I was talking about. So sound legit. So, and I still wanted to use Moxie because, I went through a bunch of different words and talked with Heaven and was like, I just, because she was like, maybe we think of other words too, try to think of other words if you can't figure out something that works with that. And I just kept coming back to Moxie. I was like, no, it's Moxie. What can I do with this? And then at the time I was reading Carrie Green's book, She Means Business. And she talks about manifesting in there. And I was like, that's it. Manifesting Moxie.
Perfect.
So it's about embracing and finding it and, manifesting it and saying, I've got this, I can do this. And then having the nerve and the force of character to actually do it. So.
That is so badass. I love it.
Thank you. And actually, okay, so The Resident, have y'all seen The Resident yet?
Not yet, no. But the main character, the actor.
He played Logan. Yeah, he played Logan in Gilmore Girls. And he was doing an interview. It was last month, right before The Resident started. And this completely reaffirmed my love of Moxie because he was interviewing with the Charlotte News Crew about the show. And he was describing his character, Conrad. And as he's talking about him, Matt, the actor, says, he's like, what I love about him is his character. He is just a strong character, and he's just so full of moxie. And I was like, that's it. Logan said it twice.
That is so awesome.
Yeah. So, and I was just like, oh my gosh.
You
So,
gotta love it when you get those messages, like they come in the strangest ways sometimes, but if you're open and receptive to it, that's how you get it, man. That's so awesome.
yeah,
Man, that's cool.
that's where Moxie came from.
So now you're helping other women find their Moxie. How are you doing that?
So I have a couple different ways. On my website, you can go to my website and I have a link for free coaching. When you subscribe to the website, you're automatically added to my group, Moxie Girls on a Mission. And in there, every Wednesday at 7 p.m., I provide live coaching. So I do a live every Wednesday with a different topic of different ways to manifest Moxie. And then I also have one-on-one programs. I have 2 different one-on-one programs where you can work with me one-on-one for either 8 weeks or 4 months, depending on where you're at in, what you're doing and what your goals are. And then I'm super excited because I'm going to be launching a group program next month.
Yay!
So, yay! It'll be a 4-week program. The plan is to launch it on March 15th. So keep an eye out for that. We're super excited, but it'll be a 4-week little group session of manifesting Moxie. And each week will be a different topic, like feel Moxie, look Moxie, think Moxie. So each week's going to be something different, and I'm really excited about that. And then along with that, it's going to have to take some time to start it. But so it'll take me a little bit of time, but we also have on the calendar, I'm going to work on a planner series.
Oh, cool.
Printable planners that, depending on whether you want to embrace every aspect of Moxie or whether you need, if you're trying to create more of a healthy lifestyle for yourself, you might print off the plan, you might purchase the planner, that's Feel Moxie, in which it'll have, workout strategies and daily things you can do, and like a water hydration little mark, so you can mark off your water, and walking, or whatever you want to fill in as your exercise for the day. But there'll be options. And so that planner would be about that. Thinking Moxie would be, saying your daily affirmations, doing some meditating, choosing a different book to read, and I'll have like a list of books that, I've read that have really helped me that I would share, that'll be shared in the planner as well. So those are the 4 ways that you can work with me. So I'm super excited. I'm really excited about the group program and to start creating the planner pages. But
I love all of that. I'm so pumped for you. Yeah, it's so cool. Like, group programs are great because you get the custom care, the custom attention from you, but then you're also building a community with other women who are doing the same stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh man, that's so much. I mean, just doing that with you guys.
Small groups, like just maybe 4 people in each group, to so everybody can really take the time to connect with each other and ask questions and get to know one another. So yeah.
Awesome. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for your planner series. That sounds legit.
I'm excited about that. Excited to be creative.
Great.
Yeah.
Sweet, man. Awesome. Well, I'll be posting a link to your website and to your Facebook page and group. So actually they can get to your group through your website, correct?
Yes. When you sign up on the website for the free coaching, I get a notification that you signed up, and then I can go in and add you to the group, or you can, once you've signed up and received your first email, you can find the group Moxie Girls on a Mission on Facebook and request to join. And then I'll add you to the group as soon as I get the confirmation that you subscribed. So yeah.
Cool.
Definitely.
Easy and very exciting, dude. Yay. Thank you so much for sharing your incredible story. I've got at least 3 people in my mind right now that I'm like, I cannot wait for them to see this and hear this, because this is just so aligned. It's awesome. So.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. And, you know, and I mean, there's challenges that I still face, that we all still face, you know, with my TBI. Sometimes, you know, like last week I went to do my live session and was having a really bad TBI day and had to make that decision to step away and rest my brain and do that. So, you know, there's definitely still some challenges that I face in that. But it's great for me and Jamie because I'm home. I'm working from home. I'm able to spend time with her. I'm able to work in quiet, which allows me to be, you know, creative and have a great thinking process, and, you know, get out and walk every day. I do my walking, you know, manifest my feeling Moxie. Through walking with my neighbor. We go for walks during the day, and I have a little trampoline that I like to jump onto, which is
nice.
That's my gymnast background. I had to have a little trampoline. So, but yeah, so I'm super excited. I'm excited to get to know other women and be able to and use my story to inspire them and be their little cheerleader, you know, until they're able to really manifest their own Moxie and say, I've got this, I can do this, you know, until they get to that point, I'm there by their side to kind of say, let's go, we got this.
Yeah, that's so great. I was thinking about it last night. I'm for a long time, I've been working on creating a playlist of motivational music, you know, to like, you know, get your spirit going and stuff. And there's a song that I recently added by Katy Perry called Rise. Have you heard that?
Yeah. Yeah, I love that song.
I was listening to it on my way home last night, and I'm like, God, this makes me think of Lori. This is
thank you.
Goosebumps. I love it.
Yeah, I love that song. Great. My favorite theme song, my personal life theme song, though. Oh, sorry, there's my puppy, one of them. But it's Invincible by Cassidy Pope.
Oh, I don't know that one. I need to go and listen to that.
That's an amazing one. That one's really good. Yeah, awesome. Invincible.
By Cassidy Pope?
Cassidy Pope. She's a country singer.
Okay. Yeah, I love country. Yay. Awesome, sweetie. Well, thank you so much. I'm so happy to share your story and to get to know you a little bit deeper too. And I look forward to seeing where all of your magic is going to be going, all your Moxie. You're going to be manifesting all of this magical stuff. It's going to be great.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be really great. Very excited for it.
Yay. All right. Well, I will talk to you soon. And hopefully you'll be getting some more people in there to learn from you and grow from you too. So
great. Yeah. And definitely we have our next live session tomorrow at 7. So anybody who subscribes in the next 24 hours will automatically be added to the group and be able to watch the live session tomorrow night.
Cool. And then all of your live sessions, are they available like to watch later too?
Yep, I keep them in the video links in the group. Yeah. Cool.
So if it's down the road, they can still go back and catch up on all the goodness.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yep. Great. Well, thank you so much. I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Bye, everyone.